Hi, I'm Mike Gafa, part of the Luminex team, and welcome to Whiteboard Wednesday. We continue in our series Leading in the Liminal State. And this morning I want to talk to you about breaking free from binary thinking. And it's not lost on me that as I present this, it is Election Day 2020. So again, you'll get this video later, but we're recording these on Election Day. Talk about a binary choice. Do you want the left? Do you want the right? And some of you will say, nope, I want a third thing. But here's what I really want to get at, though, is we are very much conditioned, I think, to think in binary terms. It's either this or this. It's left or right. It's either true or false. And I want to suggest that one of our challenges as leaders, and it's an important challenge, is to break free of binary thinking. Sometimes that's what it is. A lot of times, though, there's nuance and variables that really do not lend themselves to straight binary thinking where it's got to be either A or B. So binary thinking limits us, or rather there's two things that I think about. One, it's limiting. Binary thinking is limiting. It shuts down creative thinking and critical thinking. Because again, our choice, we're kind of focused on, well, what choice are we going to make? Is it A or B? Instead, we might be, if we weren't so binary in our approach, we might think of something creative that is neither, and or just maybe it's neither one of those. So it limits our ability to think. The other thing about binary thinking is it can be very polarizing. And again, the fact that I'm giving this video on November 3rd, 2020 is, I don't know, everything's just at the forefront there. So we are in a very polarized place. I'm stating the obvious. As a nation, as a church, if you're part of the Reformed Church in America, you've been living this for a while. In our families, around dinner tables even, there is so much polarization. And a lot of this, I would suggest, is because we are so conditioned to thinking about, do we like the left, the right, A or B, one or two, which is it? And so binary thinking is very limiting and polarizing. Non-binary thinking, so thinking outside of just, I have two choices, I need to pick one. Am I here or am I here? Non-binary thinking gets us sort of thinking about nuance and creative thinking, critical thinking, and it makes us think about more than one option. So here's one way to look at it. Jesus was asked, is it right to pay taxes to Caesar? And Jesus, of course, replied, said, give me the coin, looks at it, and he, flips it around and he says, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and render unto God's what is God's. So what did Jesus do? He kind of picked both option A and B. And I don't think oftentimes that we think about that maybe neither one of these is altogether inappropriate. That, they were trying to trap Jesus into a clear answer. Is it this or this? Knowing that, either of those were probably going to get him in trouble in some way, or at least from their standpoint. And so Jesus, I think, teaches us that, there are times when it's not neither, it's both A and B. On the other hand, Jesus also models what it is to go for third right options. So I think about the time Jesus encounters this Samaritan woman at the well, and she points to Mount Gerizim and makes this statement that, us Samaritans, we worship at this mountain. You Jews worship in Jerusalem. Who's to say who's right? And Jesus replies, a time is coming and has come when the Father will seek worshipers not at neither place. Instead, worshipers who worship in spirit and in truth. So sometimes it's neither, it's option C, which wasn't presented. Is it this mountain or is it Jerusalem? Which is it? Neither one. It's option C. But again, I think Jesus models, and he does this so often in scriptures, and we see the very best leaders do this. And I'm trying to grow into this. It's a struggle for me. Maybe it is for you too. That when it's framed to me, do you want to do this or do you want to do that? I'm trying to figure out. Sometimes it is one or the other. Oftentimes it's a little bit of both or some third way of thinking. So breaking free from binary thinking can be a growth edge for us as leaders and make a big difference. Thanks for watching.